As we sit here today in the second round of the NBA playoffs 2024, Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks is the best point guard in the NBA. Now, recently I dropped the video ranking the 20 best players in the NBA in 2024. I'm not sure if I put it on YouTube, but I know it's on Instagram and TikTok. But that's why you gotta follow me on my socials, man. Not all the content is the same everywhere. So follow me on Instagram and TikTok, _Lonzo, just like you see it here on YouTube, and then you can see the whole video. But I ranked the top 20 players in the NBA currently, and I had Jalen Brunson as number 7. Like I said, you gotta watch the video to find out the other 19. But I will tell you that Jalen Brunson at number 7 was my number ranked point guard in the NBA. That's right, he's ahead of Steph. He's ahead of SGA. Now, I know what some people are thinking. SGA may win MVP. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time, one of the greatest point guards of all time. Check out my other video on where I ranked him. But we not talk about all time. We not talking about the regular season. We're talking about as of this moment, as we live and breathe currently. Jalen Brunson is the best point guard in the NBA. And as I saw him drop 41 and 12 on the Philadelphia 76ers against the reigning MVP of last year, Joel Embiid, gave them 41 and 12 on the road in Philly and sent them packing. Bro, I feel more strongly about it now than when I originally made the video. Now, if you don't believe me, let me just tell you, let me just put into perspective for you what Jalen Brunson's actually doing. Not just to mention the fact that he's carried a New York team full of role players. Keep in mind, Julius Randle's injured, so he's really carrying a team full of role players. Anunoby, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, his Villanova boys. He's carrying a team of role players to potentially the conference finals. He's at least taking them to the second round at the bare minimum. So not even just to say that he's averaging 27, 5, and 7 with role players. Let me tell you what he's doing in the playoffs. Right now in the playoffs, Jalen Brunson is averaging 35 points per game. At 27 years old, the first player to do that since Jordan. First player to do that since the Jumpman. The only other player to do it other than them two was Elgin Baylor back in the black and white days. No disrespect. But I'm saying, the first player since Jordan at 27 to be averaging 35 points per game in the playoffs. Next, 3 straight 40-point games. 3 straight 40-point games. He had 40 in Game 4, 47 in Game 5, and 41 in Game 6 to close them out. The first Knick ever to do that. The only other active player to do that is Jamal Murray. He's the first player since Jordan to have 40 points in an elimination closeout game, bro. He's literally performing like MJ. He's literally performing in a way we haven't seen in the playoffs since Michael Jordan. And I'm not trying to say that he's Michael Jordan. I'm not trying to say he's going to be the greatest ever. What I'm trying to say is there is no point guard in the NBA that is playing at this level with the cast around them. Like, I understand Shea may potentially win MVP. He's had a great season. But you got to think about it. J-Dub is super nice. Chet Holmgren is super nice. If either one of those players, J-Dub or Chet, was on the Knicks, with Julius Randle out, they'd be the second best player on the team. They'd be the second best player. They're better. Both of those players are better than everyone else on the Knicks roster on an individual skill talent basis. And Jalen Brunson is out here taking these dudes to the second round, dropping 40 a night. He just went toe-to-toe with Embiid, and I know Embiid wasn't that healthy, but him and Maxey, bro, if Maxey was on the Knicks, he'd be the second best player on the Knicks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's really taking role players and elevating them to, he may make a conference champion or a conference finals. Y'all let me know what you think. Right now, I don't think it's a debate. I think Jalen Brunson is playing the best basketball at the point guard position in the NBA. Steph, as great as he is, Buddy missing the playoffs. Let's just keep it a buck. Buddy missing the playoffs. SGA, as great as he is, I still want to see more. His team around him has higher overall level. Now, we're looking at the Knicks, and they have a deep roster, but I'm talking about individual skilled players. J-Dub, Chet Holmgren are way more talented overall than Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. They just fit well together. Obviously, they played together in Villanova. They just fit well together as a team. But if we're talking about just skill overall, Jalen Brunson is literally carrying role players through the playoffs, dropping 40 a night. So y'all let me know what you think. Am I tripping? Am I wilding out? I'm recency biased. I'm giving Jalen Brunson too much credit. Or is he really that dude? Y'all let me know what you think. Thanks for rocking with me. As always, it's Zoe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Thank you for watching another episode of The Last Word. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below so you're not missing out on any of the new content I drop on the channel. Love.